Okay, so for lesson 1, go ahead and open your folder, and you're going to take out the staff reference guide, and you're going to turn to page 1. So this page is going to teach us about the messages of My Plate. We're also going to talk about how to read a label, and you're going to focus on grains. And the message for grains is make sure at least half of your grains are whole grains. So the main messages you're going to want to focus on are balancing calories, the foods to increase and the foods to reduce, and as well as being mindful of what they eat. So when you're teaching this lesson, it's really helpful to draw out a nutrition fact because they're not going to have this in front of them. So this way you can walk them through. The first thing you want to look at is the serving size, and you'll go through and follow the steps that are in the staff reference guide as to how to read a label. So this will help them learn those tips. You can also follow along with what's on your plate and show them that the grains group is this section right here, and then you can turn it over and go down the list of grains here. It talks about the serving sizes they need each day and some tips like that. And then in the lesson plan, you can go ahead and find lesson 1, and you'll follow along with this. It makes a suggestions such as drawing the reading the label. There's also another activity that's optional. You can get some grains of whole grain rice and some sandpaper, and they can sand off the outside of the grain of rice to find out what happens, the difference of whole grains and refined grains. And then you're going to find the first worksheet, which is Build Your Plate. And make sure you make enough copies before the workshop for each student. And for this worksheet, you're going to instruct the students first they're going to draw out the plate. So they'll split it into the categories just like on the What's on Your Plate handout. And then they're going to write in their favorite foods from each of the food groups. So for fruits, they might write apples and bananas. And then for the whole grains part, you're going to go over this with them. It talks about the 3 different parts of a grain. So there's the bran, the endosperm, and the germ. And this describes the different nutrients that are found in each of the parts of the grain. And then you're going to describe to the students that whole grains have all 3 parts of the grain intact, whereas refined grains, they lose the bran and the germ, and all you're left with is the endosperm. And that's the part it's just starch. There's not very many vitamins or minerals there. And then for part 2, the students are going to fill in the blanks, and the other side of the worksheet has all the answers for you to help them once they're finished filling it out.